The air in the attic was thick, smelling of cedar and forgotten time. My hand trembled slightly as I reached out to touch the cold, cracked leather of my old suitcase. It had been sitting there for 30 years, ever since I returned early from a drive to Paris to care for my sick mother. Inside the side pocket, I found it, a faded boarding pass from 1994, and a list of places I promised myself I'd see someday. That someday was supposed to be now. Just yesterday, my daughter Sarah sat at my kitchen table, her eyes dark with exhaustion. She's pregnant with twins, a blessing, truly. But then came the question, heavy and expectant. "Mom, we can't afford a nanny. We need you to take the weekdays, full-time, just until they're in school." My heart sank. I looked at her, seeing the little girl I raised with every ounce of my energy. And then I looked at the travel brochure for Italy, hidden under my newspaper. I felt a wave of guilt so strong, it nearly knocked the wind out of me. Was I a bad grandmother for wanting to walk the streets of Florence more than I wanted to change diapers again? Was I selfish for cherishing my solitude over the chaos of raising toddlers? For decades, I was a mother, a wife, a caregiver. I defined my existence by who needed me. But standing there in the attic, holding that old boarding pass, I realized something profound. If I say yes now, I am not just giving up my time. I am giving up the last chapter of my own story. Raising children is a beautiful burden, but it is a burden I have already carried to the finish line. The next day, I invited Sarah over. I didn't make excuses. I didn't apologize for my desires. I held her hands and said, "Sarah, I love you, and I will love those babies more than words can say. I will be the grandmother who spoils them on weekends and tells them stories, but I cannot be their parent. I have raised my children. Now I must raise myself into the person I put on hold." She cried. It was hard, but setting that boundary was the most loving thing I could do, for both of us. It forced her and her husband to figure out their own path, just as I had to figure out mine. Now I am packing this old suitcase. It's not just clothes going in there, it's my self-worth. To anyone listening who feels trapped by the expectations of duty, remember this. You do not owe your retirement to anyone. Your life is not a resource to be mined by others, even those you love. By honoring your own dreams, you teach your children that life doesn't end at 60. It begins anew. Go buy thy ticket. Your life is waiting.